Okay, guys. Here's a thought about having a problem, having an issue, having something different. And if you have something that's different to other people and you're not happy with your situation, the only way that you can change your situation, the only way, the first step, the biggest step, the most important step is you have to admit that you have a problem. You have to admit the reality. You have to see the reality for what it is in you, which is not easy. That's why a lot of people don't do it. Because, there's like a saying, the truth hurts. The truth does hurt. Reality does hurt. If you are that different from other people in something, you have to acknowledge that you are in order to change it. Because if you don't acknowledge that you are, you'll be in denial of the fact, of the reality, of your situation, and therefore you can't change something if you're in denial about it. I'm going to give you a great example. Self-esteem. There's a lot of people in life that have low self-esteem. There's people in life that have decided to rise above their situation of low self-esteem, me being one of them. I'm not the only person, I'm sure there's loads of others out there. But the only way I did it was I had to go someplace which was really painful. The reality was really painful. Something I'd been denying for years and years and years. Denying that I was in this situation, denying that I had a really, really low self-esteem. But then in order to change it, I had to admit in the first place, listen, I have low self-esteem. This is the situation. This is my reality. And once you admit it, something beautiful happens. Once you admit you're in that situation, something really beautiful happens. First of all, you see the truth as it is, the reality as it is, and then because you see your reality of really, really low self-esteem, and you don't like that, but it is your reality, you will have motivation to change it. Because you've acknowledged in your mind, your subconscious and conscious working together, that you have this situation, you have this problem, so therefore you can now have the motivation to change. But there again, there are lots of people in life that don't admit that they have this problem. If I was to ask my auntie, does she have low self-esteem, she'll say no. If I was to ask Paula Hamilton of Big Brother, if she'd have low self-esteem, no. If I was to ask Sophie Anderson, does she have low self-esteem, she'd say no. But I asked Nikki Graham if she had low self-esteem, would she say no. Recently on this year's Big Brother, if I asked Eileen, does she have low self-esteem, would she say yes? They all say no. They all say no. In fact, there's evidence with Eileen that she actually does. They're all in denial of the fact that they have low self-esteem. Therefore, denial of the fact that you have a problem, that you have low self-esteem, means that you're guaranteed never to change it. You haven't got a chance. The only way you give yourself a chance is by actually admitting you have the problem in the first place. Think about Alcoholics Anonymous as well. The first rule of Alcoholics Anonymous is you can only be a member if you admit. You only change if you admit you have a problem. It's so important because a lot of people go to those things and they don't admit they have a problem and they don't change. But once you admit, because Alcoholics Anonymous makes you admit that you have a problem. So once they make you admit that you have a problem, listen, they make you stand up, say, my name is Jane and I'm an alcoholic. That's the first step. The first step. Without the first step, nothing can happen. There is no improvement. If you're denied of the fact you're an alcoholic when you are an alcoholic, you can't change it because you're in denial about that. So you just carry on drinking because you don't see there's a problem. If you're in denial of something, then you don't see it as a problem because you're denying the fact that there is a problem because, you know what I mean? It's just not reality. Another thing that kind of reminds me of is I was watching a Jim Rohn video recently, and he said that the difference between human childhood and human adulthood, or when you transfer from human childhood to human adulthood, is the day that you take responsibility for your life. The day you see your reality as it is. Not pretending like, oh, I'm poor and I don't care. Reality might be that I'm poor and I do care and I can do something about it. I'm poor. See, some poor people deny themselves the reality and say, oh, I'm not. They don't really see the reality. They say, I'm not poor. You have to admit you have a problem. You have to admit that, like, if you're chain smoking, you have to admit, look, smoking's going to kill me and I want to change it. I'm smoking too much. If you're obese and overweight, you have to admit, listen, I'm eating too much and I want to do something about it. I'm overweight and I want to do something about it. You have to admit you have the problem. If you have low self-esteem, you have to admit, listen, I have low self-esteem, now you can do something about it. If you're really miserable and depressed, you have to admit, I'm really miserable and depressed and I can do something about it. If you are not a leader and that really pisses you off, if you're just a follower, admit you're a follower, then you've got a chance to do something about it. At the end of the day, it's all about responsibility and doing the hardest thing. The hardest thing is admitting you have this problem, that you're different to other people in this particular way. But once you get over that step and admit, this is who I am now, that is the first step in a beautiful journey towards change. So good luck, guys. Admit admit, admit.